Welcome everybody, and thanks for tuning back in to the Directly Indirect show. And what happens when a young man meets up with a transsexual and does the unthinkable because he don't want nobody to know how he really felt? Man, rock with me. Welcome everybody. I appreciate y'all tuning back into the show. And y'all already know how I started off, man. Thank y'all for continuing to grow this channel, tuning in to my lives, just supporting me all across the board, man. I appreciate it so much. Believe me, man. Thank y'all so much. I gotta say that. But you already know, man, I ain't gonna hold you for long. This is one of the sadder stories, man. You know, because we all know people that's in the trans world or the LGBTQ world or that's transitioning or have transitioned. And I can speak personally. I don't judge nobody. Man, do whatever you need to do to make you happy. Do whatever you need to do to make you feel like you are yourself. And who am I to say that's not or is true? So, hey, shout out to whoever's transitioning, do your thing. But in this case, listen, man, I don't want to talk a whole lot. I ain't gonna hold y'all for long. Let's check out this video and we move forward from there.
Carlos Scotland, a confessed killer, walks into court for his sentencing. The 19-year-old pleaded guilty in November to killing 36-year-old Asia Davis, a transgender woman of color, in her room at the Woodward Inn in Highland Park on June 1st of 2023.
Her beautiful, infectious smile and bubbly personality was taken away from us on the first day of Pride.
Julissa Abad, trans advocate and friend of Asia Davis, says just as Pride Month was getting underway, a celebration of the LGBTQ community, Asia Davis was shot in the head. Video showed a man at the hotel running from her room.
Only 2 people were in that room that night and will ever know the true events of what happened. What we will know is that Asia Davis was shot execution style in the back of the head and left for dead.
Abad remembers racing to the scene when she found out a transgender woman had been killed, only to find out it was her friend.
The last memory that I have is seeing my friend on the floor outside of the hotel corner room with blood streaming all over the floor.
Months of investigation led to the arrest of Carlos Scotland, who was just 17 at the time of the crime. Abad says the stigma surrounding the transgender community leads to homelessness, unemployment, and too many people are forced to turn to sex work to make money.
The sad reality is, particularly in the Black and brown community, men that are enamored with trans women cannot be themselves and have to resort to loving us in private and killing us in public than have anybody know of their association with us.
Abad says Asia Davis had hopes and dreams. She was studying to be a nurse, but Carlos Scotland took that all away, pleading guilty to second-degree murder, sentenced to 17 to 30 years behind bars.
He's being held accountable for the crime that he did, so for that I am grateful. I want my community to continue to be vigilant and come forward and report these crimes so that we can continue to get justice.
In Detroit, Amy Lang, Fox 2 News.
Wow. Hey man, you already know how we do it. Let's unpack. Apparently, you know, shout out and my condolences to Asia Davis, and for her to have to go through this in the way, I mean, execution style, that's insane. This guy really didn't want anybody to find out what he was doing. He wanted to hide this secret, which I'm thinking is a secret because he unalived her in such a vicious fashion. And we all know people that's probably hiding their feelings toward the trans community, or those people that go really hard to go against the trans. I mean, maybe that's a secret motive, an alternative motive. Maybe they're going so hard against it because they want to be involved in it. I'm not saying that's for everybody, but for some cases, that is the truth. And I tell you this for real though, man, like at the end of the day, a lot of guys are hiding the fact that they like trans women, that they find trans women attractive, that they want to, maybe it's a fetish for a lot of people, that a fetish to be in the trans world and to keep them a secret as something to do, or maybe they just ran out of options and they want to try something new. I mean, who knows what they're thinking as far as why they do it. But to unalive her in such a violent fashion, he didn't want anybody to know. Then he ran, which even furthermore, you know what I'm saying, goes to the fact that he didn't want anybody to know. He wanted to get furthest away from the situation, especially after doing what he did. Listen, he could have just came out, you know, hey, it's 2025, man. Come out. If you like trans women, cool. If you like, trans men, whatever the case may be, whatever you like, you like. Everything is everything in 2025. I'm seeing things I've never thought I'll ever see. Not to get too far off track, but I live in Virginia. There are some schools in Virginia that has kitty litter boxes in the bathroom in case a little girl wants to pretend to be a cat.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
She can actually pretend to be a cat in a public school. This is a real thing. So to be judged that you like trans women because of maybe your neighborhood, your family, whatever the case may be, I get it. But to unalive Asia Davis because of it is insane, and you deserve whatever you get. 17 to 30 years is not enough. I get it. Maybe, this is allegedly, if she was, because her friend alluded to trans women being resorted to do sex work because of the lack of opportunity. I'm not in the trans community, respectfully, so I don't know how that works. But if this was a sexual transaction as far as money or whatever the case may be, to unalive her for any reason is still unacceptable. And things get hard for everybody. I don't know the situation. I'm not going to allude that Asia Davis was doing sex work. It doesn't matter. You don't just execute anybody, regardless. And if you even see his face in court, lackadaisical, he doesn't really care. He just kind of in there going through the ropes. And the cat's out the bag, man. The one thing you didn't want people to know that you liked, the entire world knows now. So I don't understand what you think you accomplished or didn't accomplish. Man, either way, man, shout out to her family. My condolences to her family. Whatever you choose to do, man, I'm not nobody's judge. I don't get paid to judge. I don't get paid to do none of that. Asia Davis could have been Marcus Davis, could have been Johnny Davis. It doesn't matter, man. A senseless murder is a senseless murder and is unacceptable in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So he deserves what he gets. But, not to pivot too much, but I have to pivot. I gotta talk about something, man. So some more things are coming up. If y'all enjoy this content, we're gonna do some more things coming up, man. So just continue to rock with me, man. I am going to continue to follow this story as I do everything. Once stuff come out like this, you don't really hear about it for another few months. So, it's just the way it is as far as stories like this. Comment down below if you know any situations like this, if you know people who's hiding their truth as far as their sexuality, if anything that you've been involved in like that, man, tap in with me in the comments, man. I love to hear what y'all got to say about it. But other than that, man, listen, they gonna hate. Get them out your way. It don't matter what they say. Keep doing your thing. Keep shining. Keep grinding, man. It's all love on my end. Continue to support. I'm going to continue to love y'all, man. Listen, man. Keep doing your thing, man. At the end of the day, everybody got somebody hating on them, whether it's family members, employees, whatever the case may be, man. Whatever y'all do, if somebody looking at you wishing you fail, prove them all wrong. But until next time, man, you already know how I give it up, and I'm out.